So today I have a great tip for you that will really help you to develop any product lines that you're creating. My name's Charlotte Allen and you have reached my channel, The Felting Alchemist. So what I want to talk to you today about is something called the public domain. Now, many of you may already know that this exists, but for those of you that don't, I just want to explain it so you can utilize this then when you're creating any new product lines within your business, or even if you just want to create a one-off piece of art with your needle felting. And this tip's really handy for all artists, not just needle felters, but I wanted to share it with you guys because we're all fellow needle felters and I want to do as much as I can to help people out. So, public domain, what that means is if you have a book, and I'm going to use the example of Cinderella, which was written by the Brothers Grimm probably back in the 1800s or something like that, long time ago. So when the Brothers Grimm died, 70 years on from that book being printed, that book then fell into the public domain. Okay, so that means that you can utilize Cinderella as inspiration for any product lines you create or any artwork you create without the worry that you're going to get sued by someone. Now, the only thing I would say about this that you have to be really cautious of is you don't want to copy a Disney version of Cinderella, because Disney are ruthless. As fluffy on the exterior as they may seem, they don't pull any punches and they will sue your ass if you copy them. Okay, so don't copy Disney, don't copy anything that's already out sort of in on film or anything like that. Things like Minions and Marvel characters, all that kind of stuff, that can be really tricky and you can get yourself into a lot of hot water if you do start copying those things. And a lot of these animations are actually owned by Disney. I know obviously Marvel's owned by Disney, Star Wars, all the Disney princesses, all that kind of stuff. So just try and avoid copying things exactly, but you can still take inspiration. So for instance, you could do the pumpkin carriage in Cinderella and do your own version of that and know that that's okay. You're not going to get in trouble for that. Or you could do your own version of the mice. Or if we're looking at something like, say, for instance, Peter Pan, you could do your own Peter Pan mobile, maybe change the colours slightly just so, you know, it doesn't look exactly like something from the Disney film. So it's just taking that inspiration and then utilising it into your own products. And also, you know, you want to make sure that your products are unique. You don't want to copy stuff because then it doesn't make it you. You know, it's just a copy, and it just shows that if you're copying something exactly, and this goes for people that copy other people's work as well, which does happen a lot, but it just shows that you're lacking the imagination to come up with your own ideas and inspiration. And I think that's quite a sad thing when you're having to you know, essentially nick someone else's work. So please don't do that. Please come up with your own ideas, but utilise these books as your inspiration. The other thing that you could do, and I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't looked into this loads, but I can't see anything wrong with it in terms of copywriting, is using images of popular icons, sort of people like David Bowie, Freddie Mercury, Marilyn Monroe, and creating your kind of own interpretive art based on them. And you see a lot of these kind of Christmas tree decorations now, whereby they're using images of like the Queen and Bowie and Freddie Mercury and Amy Winehouse, and they're making these kind of versions of them to hang on Christmas trees. It's really cool. So you could do something like that with your needle felting if you wanted to. Maybe you could do an interpretation of one of these people, like I have with my ducks as well. So I've done like a David Bowie duck, I've done a Frida Kahlo duck. So you could do all that kind of stuff as well. So the possibilities are really endless. I'm very aware that I'm very handsy today. I'm very kind of passionate about this. But I think it's really important just to look at all avenues, and then what you can do once you've come up with a genre or a theme that you want to go with, have a look on things like Reddit and Facebook groups, because you'll quite often find that you've got loads of fan pages on there. And what I tend to do is, for instance, I like to make things for people themed on like Alice in Wonderland and things like that. So what I will do is I will go on to Facebook and I will find the groups that are Alice in Wonderland fanatics on there, or I love Alice in Wonderland or whatever, and I will stalk those groups for ages. And obviously you want to check to make sure it's okay to promote your work on there, but eventually once I've kind of been there for a while, people get to know me, I'll put my products up on there, and then 9 times out of 10 someone will think, yeah, that's amazing, I want to buy that because that's my thing. I absolutely bloody love Alice in Wonderland. I definitely want to buy this bespoke piece of art that someone's taken hours to make because it's very me, and I think and you appeal to a small group of people, but I think it's better to appeal to a smaller group of people than it is to try and appeal to the masses and please everybody, because you can't please everybody. So by selecting these little niches from these books, you're finding these fans and you're targeting these fans with your artwork, and then you're going to get more sales. And that's why it's really important to look at things like this, because by taking a bit of time looking at what's trending, looking at what what groups there are on Facebook, of what people love to follow, you can really hone in on that and come up with a really amazing stellar product collection that is going to just sell amazingly, especially at times like Christmas and things like that, because that's when people really do love to buy needle felted items. So I hope you found that useful. I hope I haven't rambled on too much, but if you've enjoyed this video and you've liked it, please feel free to like it. If you found it not very helpful, don't like it, I don't mind, it's not a problem, but I do hope you found it useful, and I will see you again soon. Bye.